the review. So let's ask with what did you think?
Well, I could connect a lot with this movie, definitely. With the girl, with this whole story of separation affecting a child. Because myself, I was raised by a single mom from the age of 4.
Oh gosh!
So between the absent dad, so I can connect with the whole problem that can cause. So yeah, I love that, and the movie feels very authentic, very true. Sometimes a bit messy. I missed a bit some high moments between the acts that I really feel like, okay, wow, okay, maybe the moment when at the end she doesn't swear on the Quran or when they fight, but it was interesting, but kind of flat.
Yeah, it's.
It was like very like enraging somehow for different moments of injustice and so on, but it felt monotonous, kind of in terms of emotion. Always the same emotion of like, it's there is injustice for the daughter, there is lies, and it's kind of constant.
I mean, the style of the shooting was very naturalistic realism, like Ken Loach. It was handheld. It was very. They tried to make it like a documentary. It was. It had no incidental music. I don't know if you noticed. There was no music, other than what you might hear on the street. And when there's no music, it makes the film experience very intense because it tightens you into it. But sometimes.
And also no. Yeah, sorry.
No, we're gone.
And also no cinematography. I didn't find a kind of an aestheticism in the way of filming.
Yeah, because
it was more like documentary, more rough.
Yeah, rough and ready, naturalistic realism, handheld. It was urban. It was. Again, what is great is obviously because I'm British. The British are always wanting to murder all Iranians, and the British foreign policy is utter disgrace, as it's always been. So we're always led to believe that Iranians are just a bunch of lunatics. All the news in Britain about the Middle East is completely racist. So it's always great to see Iranians telling their own stories. These are ordinary families getting on with their day, seeing them driving about in their cars, seeing their cities. So it's almost just fascinating as a Westerner to just see that picture, because this is almost like a censored picture. We're never shown this in British TV or cinema. As regards the story, I mean, I did enjoy it very much. It was really well acted. I thought it was well shot within its genre. Though I just thought at times the plotting was a bit weak. Like, what is that? How you decide a court case? I say he pushed me. You say he didn't, and the judge goes. Just a guy sat at a desk, not a courtroom judge, but just a guy sat in an office goes, "Oh well, I believe you." So that seemed a bit odd, and it took them a while to actually get some witnesses to recreate, to get a cop to go and look at the incident, and to me that seemed unbelievable. I mean, is that how justice is? Was that real?
It depends on the country, right?
I guess it depends on the country, but because the fact that they then did go and get witnesses, having that as a second plot moment seemed fake. Like, wouldn't that be the first thing you'd do? You'd speak to a friend and say, "Did you see me do this? Did you?" So that was a slight odd moment. It felt like they were trying to drag things out a bit. But it was heartfelt, good acting. The other little daughter, the daughter of the care worker, was really good. The kind of very young 6-year-old girl. I mean, I think the director did a great job in getting the performances from the kids. And the lead actor, just very straight. There was no melodrama in this. I mean, in a way, the plot was melodramatic, but the acting style wasn't. It was very straight. Great, strong cast. So, as regards the message of the film, I mean, in a way, it was difficult for as a Westerner who, though I was brought up in a very religious household, I don't truck with that now. But her, I'm willing to blow it all because I won't swear in the Quran. Something like that almost doesn't exist in Western cinema. That someone would choose honouring their God over money.
We swear in the US. They swear on the Bible.
They do,
but they put the head on the Bible and they swear.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop anyone from lying. Yeah, they do it.
Right.
And this wasn't even in a court when she did it. This was just round at someone's house. So it was the kind of scene that felt maybe if you go back 100 years, you could get that, you know.
Yeah.
But then it's nice to think. It's interesting to see that.
Yep,
Anything else you might want to add to your thoughts?
Well, I think it was very well portraying the life of a Muslim country. Myself, having spent a lot of time in Morocco since I'm a child, I've seen a lot of Morocco in that, and the complexity of cases like that in a Muslim country where religion is very strong and influencing a lot of things, and where people have a big, ego or very tempered, and where those are poor countries often, and they don't have the legal facilities as Western countries do, so it's a lot harder to judge, and there is so many people supporting each other, telling lies and so on. So I think it portrays pretty well the complexity, I think, of the country when I compare it to Morocco.